Meditation is helping us reprogram our mind in a way that we can support and then create things that we want. So the meditation process is about creating, is about manifesting, is about supporting our life in a way that we want it. And most of the time, not knowing what we think and feel, we create things that are not at all in line with what we want. And as a result, then most of the time we constantly blame the situation or the circumstances externally, whereas the quantum model or the spiritual science clearly is saying that we create a fundamental reality all the time.
We have been told right from our childhood that all of us should have a healthy mind and a healthy body. That is something which has been repeatedly told to us. But beyond a healthy mind and a healthy body, which really perfects an individual, there is yet another dimension, the spiritual quotient, the third quotient. Meditation, all of us know that in our country, it's an age-old practice. Our own temples and places of prayers are source of meditation. People have to go there, they meditate and come back revitalized.
I feel happy that for one good reason, this meditation is making me wake up at 5 o'clock. I'm really motivated to attend these sessions. Slowly, I'm able to see improvement in the quality of my emptiness. I'm able to achieve from drifting away thoughts. I'm able to pull back myself into observing my breath.
What I have realized is our thoughts make such a huge difference. I could not sit either because of my back issue, and I was doing meditation lying in the bed in the beginning. And Chandra sir mentioned in the program that you look at yourself where you want to be in future and try yourself, imagine yourself that way. And now after 11 years, I'm able to sit. I'm like so grateful and so delighted that I'm able to sit now after 11 years.
So when we change our thoughts into a more constructive, expanding, supportive thought, and when we deprogram ourselves from those limiting beliefs, and in meditation, every time we go into the meditation, we are overcoming something about us. And when we overcome something about our past, then we are moving into a future with a new creation, a new model.
I had lots of eczema on my hand over here. It's kind of skin itchy allergy thing. So I had lots of eczema over here and on my palm and on my wrist. So I've been applying steroids and some all the time ointments. I mean, miraculously, in just 6 to 7 days, 90% is gone down. I should say now I believe in meditation. I'm enjoying it every day.
Daily morning when I get up, I usually feel anxiety about the day, how it's going to be, and I'll be thinking about the next step I'm doing, because I'm doing a textile business over here. And before the night, I'll be planning everything. Today I get a positive thought, everything what I'm thinking will happen in the day or the next day. Really, I can feel the change in me.
Earlier when I tried, I couldn't sit more than 5 minutes, just too many thoughts in the mind. I've been able to do 40 minutes or 45 minutes at a stretch now. I'm able to sit down in one posture, which I couldn't do earlier, on the floor for almost 1.5 hours. So that's amazing. And it's been a great learning experience.
Meditation, when we regularly meditate, we are developing this enormous, miraculous thinking capability. Happy morning, everybody. Great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Hi, Premji and Narendraji. Great to see you there. And of course, many of you. We're going to listen to Rajendraji's experience this week. Justice Rajendraji. That video, we don't have to speak about what meditation can do to our physical health. That video is very clearly giving a wider set of experiences to reinforce that this is a miraculous, magical tool for health. So welcome to those of you joining today on this Health Week in the social media. I think we talked about this, a Health Week This week we're understanding how meditation is miraculously helping us gain that perfect health and a highly energetic body. Just in 1 second, when some event happens, when there is an external trigger comes, when there is an experience happens in our environment, it takes a second for the brain to already go and trigger the emotional center to produce its action, start its action, where it produces the neuropeptide. It takes under a second. So if you get a phone call and then somebody says, yes, you got that illness, so you got to live, what do you do? What do you expect? So many people are living with that illness lifelong, so you got to live like that. If these are the statements they say, that is sufficient. In a second, our body is going into a response. It triggers an immediate response, a depressive response. Under a second, we don't even have an opportunity to fix it. So the response is gone, and that response is doing its bit directly onto the body cells. Our thoughts and emotions, a depressive response, which is producing a past experience-based thought and emotion, our thoughts and emotions are creating these energy fields around us. And so those energy fields are constantly working with our cells. Our thoughts and emotions are also creating a level of chemicals into our body, depending on what kind of thought we have. And so, dear friends, meditation is helping us shape our thoughts, and as a result is helping us shape our body. There are many homemakers. They cannot take a day off. There is no question. There's no day off. At least many of us working have days off. The homemakers don't have a day off. And on top of it, when we have these chronic illnesses, those chronic illnesses, there's no day off, and we have this chronic illness. What do? We heard this from Debasmitaji long ago, and then we're hearing from many, many people. You'll have to continue, right? You'll have to continue because family is there, and most of mother is saying it is okay, how much ever I suffer, I need to take care, so they'll still go in, and then they have to do that day's job. Same thing with business leaders. When you are a leader, you cannot keep falling sick, you keep calling sick, and then staying away from the circuit. And so we continue to push it and push it. We drag ourselves to work with that physical ailment and illness, dear friends. But meditation, of course, has an answer. Meditation is healing them, especially the chronic illnesses. All chronic illnesses. Stress. By now, many of us are aware, is the single most reason for many, many illnesses in our body. Stress is maintaining a sustained, unpleasant response, reaction, sustained, unpleasant reaction and response in our body. any of the lower emotions, maintaining them sustained, going into a lower emotion pretty quickly, and then sustaining it. Acute and chronicle, two things that we keep hearing, acute and chronicle. Acute is more environment driven, more natural, an acute stress versus a chronicle stress, something that happens one time. Suddenly we hear that somebody had a wound at home. There is a cut. There is a cut and there's a lot of bleeding happening. So we all drop and then go there and then try to attend to it. It does create stress, acute. A lot of things happen. We become alert. But that is okay. The body is designed to handle the acute stress. But this chronicle is a problem. Chronicle is invented and created by the human and then maintains a lot of stress based on something that has happened 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago, 9 months ago. Anyone who is creating a low emotion driven moods and temperaments are into the stress. Meditation is perfectly eliminating stress completely. So that means 90% of the illnesses have to disappear. Many people talk about, I am so energetic morning to night. In my 20 years of practice, ever since I started exploring, the only thing I understood is that we are here to experience life to the fullest. Each and every one of us we deserve, and that's our right to experience life to the full. There is no environmental status or condition that should be pulling us and then keeping us confined or keeping us limited. So we're here to experience, and all that creative energy, the passion that builds up in our energy center, that passion and creative energy builds up in our first energy center. When we are under stress, constantly gets suppressed. That first energy center, Mooladhara, when we are under stress, it constantly gets suppressed. We have a choice to be creative or to be in survival. Stress keeps us in survival mode. So meditation is liberating. And then develop our passion for life again. It starts from there. When we have that passion for life, then many small things that we automatically start changing. Automatically start changing our thought process. Passion to take initiatives, passion to go and experience nature, passion to go and then do little things like watching a movie with people, many things that are there that we want to do, but health is holding us back. It is the foundation for anything. So dear friends, health and energy are fundamental for anyone to even express their passion. And then intelligence, the powers in the mind, enhance and beautify the experience more. They magnify the experiences more by having more and more intelligence. And I'm able to experience it, I'm able to visualize, I'm able to dream, I'm able to learn when I go to a new place, when you are more neuroplastic. That means when you are more capable to learn, then you are more open to try new things when you're traveling to a new place. Otherwise, you're more rigid, and then you only want to go into a specific place that people have told you. It comes from learning ability. If you don't feel that we don't have the learning ability, don't want to try anything new. So the powers of the mind greatly are enhanced. So we understand all of this week. So welcome for anybody who's new. It's perfectly fine to be here. We are in the second week of a 6-week program. And we'll understand in more scientifically how meditation is giving us perfect health. I used to have chronic backache. I used to blame it on some situation that happened in the year 2000, in the year, I guess, 92, when I fell off a bike in Bangalore. I had this backache. It was continuing for some time, then somehow it healed. Don't recollect. But it kept coming back. And then I used to say that, okay, this is because of that time something happened. And so this backache comes. And then sometimes when it comes, then I had to sleep. I had to lie down for 5 to 8 days. It continued until I really, really changed my understanding, my thought process. Even though I came into meditation, I'm able to change in many ways. My life experiences, but till 2016, every now and then I used to get it. Did reduce the frequency of occurrence. But when I understood fully, scientifically what's happening, and thereafter I do not have the backaches, I can say it's permanently healed. Not having anything, not having even slightest worry to the last minute, to the last mile. There are some that are obviously visible to us that we are stressful about, but there are a few things that are not visible to us and they're always deeply buried. They'll keep coming up. Either way, we continue to maintain a level of stress, and so we have these several challenges, including backache, stress about financials, stress about succeeding, stress about maintaining our image. So I've healed completely. Our students scientifically fully understood that backache. Of course, we're now taking medication, but it is important that you also not lose days for days and days for these illnesses. So friends, we'll go into the meditation, we're practicing it. The meditation technique that we're talking, which is helping us gain that perfect health, is anapanasati. Anapanasati, to be with your in-breath and out-breath, or observing your natural normal breath. Posture is simple. We remove the specs with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap, with your feet crossed. Anapanasati meditation, as you see in the picture, on the floor, in the chair, either way. Three things: eyes closed, fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap, feet crossed at ankle. You make yourself comfortable, back support required, take it, spine erection, erect spine not required, and be comfortable, and then observe your natural breath. At your point in the middle of your eyebrows, take that as a reference point. With your eyes closed, see that your breath, natural breath, no manipulation of the breath, no forceful inhalation or exhalation. Observe, breath is going in and coming out. At that point, in the reference point, middle of the eyebrows. So when you observe, breath is going in and coming out slowly, your mind becomes empty of all thought. Our goal of this meditation is to empty your mind. We have body, mind, energy, that consciousness. So when we rest the mind, when we empty the mind of all thought, then we automatically lose the sense of time and space. We lose the environment. We forget about ourselves. We forget about everything around us, our past, future that we are worried about. And so then we are we start experiencing energy. Our goal is to empty the mind. And then when we do this practice slowly, we remove those several and thousands of unwanted thought and feelings and memories that are there in the body. Our body is conditioned to give a response. So body is the master. In this meditation process, we are mastering our mind. And so our mind becomes the master as opposed to the other way where the body and mind are controlling us. That 1 second when something happens, we don't even have a control. We immediately either cry or run away or then shout at somebody. Any of those that are just bringing up an old memory and start feeling so bad. Any trigger is sufficient for people to go into that mode less than a second. But then here, through meditation, we're bringing that awareness. So we want to remove unwanted thought and feeling, or we develop a lot of awareness so that we can change a response. So by observing our breath, our mind becomes empty. We slowly go away, disengage from this unwanted thought and feeling. And then by observing the breath as the mind becomes empty, we are experiencing, we're connecting in with this energy field or the consciousness, that quantum energy field. Quantum physics says we are 99% emptiness and energy in our body, in our environment. Everything out there is energy, fully connected with each other. We learn that next week, Monday. Everything out there is energy. And we're only tiny matter. So when we withdraw our attention, then we're becoming that energy. We experience that energy. So process is simple, observing the breath, becoming slowly. As you observe, mind becomes empty. As the mind is becoming empty, we start experiencing emptiness or energy. And that energy may be experienced as a sensation in our body or mind. So be with it, observe it, witness it. Sakshi both, be a sakshi to it. That means sakshi means witnessing, no interpretation, no recalling and analyzing it. So be with it, that experience, go through it, continue with it. In case you recognize that you are actually thinking while we're observing the breath to empty the thought, mind of thought. But if you recognize you're thinking, you're in a thought process, you're going on thinking, but suddenly you'll wake up, suddenly realize I'm thinking. So when you do that, come back to bring your attention back to the breath again, right, friends? That's the process. Observe the breath. In case of distraction, bring your attention back to the breath. As you observe, you experience emptiness, be with it. That's the state. That's where you want to be. You want to be with that emptiness and consciousness. Now, before you go into this meditation, we're doing something called heart elevation process. That heart coherence and brain coherence I talked about last week. Very powerful. I've realized further the coherency is what is causing our energy to be focused towards something. Brain coherence, and that is the first step. And second, aligning. Brain coherence is all parts of the brain are working together, focused. And then second is aligning our brain coherence to this, what we call a local mind, to this non-local, infinite mind of this consciousness. Okay, we are tiny energies, we have this coherence we create, and then there is this greater energy that's out there. So we become coherent, and then we elevate and then become coherent with this universal mind. Then magic is happening. So that's what is happening, dear friends, in meditation. So we are going to do that. So the heart coherence is helping us bring brain to coherent state. So there are studies they're saying that just by doing this heart coherence and then start experiencing the emptiness, then you're able to be coherent, right? Anapanasati, the meditation is easiest in doing it for us. So we're doing this something called heart coherence to become lower our thought, slow down the brain and move it into a coherent state. And then we do this anapanasati. When this brain is slowed down in anapanasati, a breath mindfulness, we're able to forget ourselves quickly and then empty our mind. Right. So we're doing this heart coherence, our heart elevation process. Crux of the process is to be experiencing heightened emotion in our body. So by reliving an experience from your life, from your past, or from your present, if you are already doing a project where you're helping people, every day you go out there and then you see that child, you see the labor who needs that help and you're providing, it feels great for you, do it. Not feel sad. You got to feel great, right? So feeling sad is not what you want to get. You want to get to a feel that you feel so grateful that you got an opportunity to serve. You feel so happy when someone says thank you. So whatever that thing is, or you're just joyful, you are so excited about your reception that has happened long ago. right, in a specific place. So whatever that moment is, recollect that event, elevate yourself into a loving, grateful, appreciative, joyful, blissful, adventurous, right, compassionate, kindness, caring, any of those emotions, right, any of them emotion, you bring up an event and experience it, dear friends. Relax yourself. I'm guiding, I'm also playing music for us to go into the deeper states. Relax yourself. We are every day giving at least good amount of time, 40 to 45 minutes of practice. For newcomers, it's going to be very easy. It's very easy. We have a beautiful group here already, meditators having a nice experiences. So a nice energy circuit will be formed for you to just go into this empty states quickly. Relax yourself, dear friends, with your eyes closed. Dear friends, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath and feel your beautiful, loving heart, that beat, the rhythm of your own heart. Feel more of your heart center with that slow, long, relaxing breath. Breathe in to your heart of that slow, long, relaxing breath, dear friends, and feel the seed of all emotions, which is helping life thrive with its love energy, with its gratitude, compassion, adventure energy. I want you to recollect an experience from your life, or bring up an experience from your future, your dream, where you feel enormous love or gratitude or compassion or any of the elevated emotions. Relive that moment and feel that energy. relive more of that event or experience and feel that energy inside your beautiful heart. The more we experience love, joy, gratitude, dear friends, the more we become one with all things and everybody, the more coherent we become in our mind and body. We're all deeply interconnected in this energy field. Allow yourself to radiate that energy beyond your body onto every corner of this planet Earth, for it's bound to be received by the needy. Feel more of the love, of the joy. When you place your attention there, you place your energy. And I would like you to slowly go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. With your eyes closed, remove your specs. With your fingers into fingers, place your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, dear friends. We are going into powerful breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty your mind of all thought, Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, that quantum energy field. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. As our mind becomes empty, we experience that quantum energy field. We experience that greater emptiness all around. We have to keep our eyes closed for the whole duration, dear friends. Be with your breath. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the warm out breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to completely forget everything about yourself. This is the time you have taken for you. Allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As our mind is becoming empty, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater immunity. As you are merging into your breath, observe any sensations in your body. Can you become aware of energy in any part of your body? If you find yourself distracted in thought, gently go back to observing your breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Can you become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you? Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's nothing, in no place and no time. Remember, we are less matter, more emptiness and energy. If you find yourself in thought, gently go back to observing your breath and slowly become empty. become aware of that emptiness, of that void, spreading far and wide beyond your body, beyond your room. Spreading into the edges of this universe. Notice that emptiness of no body, that blackness, that light, that darkness, stretching into the infinite. Depth of this universe. How far does that emptiness go? That's energy. That is the unlimited quantum energy field with infinite waves of possibilities. Everything we have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as a possibility waiting to happen with our observation. The longer we stay in this field of no body, of no thing, the more we become of it, and the more we receive from it. Our body is deeply interconnected with this energy field. The more we empty our mind, we stay away from our life, the more we allow ourselves to merge into this energy field. Allow yourself to stay connected to the abundance of healing energy, miraculous energy, love energy, empowerment energy, or whatever you can become aware of in this field. Allow yourself go deeper and deeper into this emptiness of yourself. This is that quantum consciousness. This is your divine self, where everybody and everything are connected. The more you experience this emptiness and energy, the more you experience everybody and everything. And the more abundant you become in your life. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude is a high state of receivership. Can you be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to this universe? Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding our knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to your family, your friends, your colleagues, your relatives, partners, everybody for helping us learn so many things. For the merely mirrors of ourselves, be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, our planets, our stars, for being an integral part of our life. Be grateful to all the things you use, the places you visit, your systems and governments and companies. Be grateful to yourself and to this intelligent universe for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Relax your body. Feel your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body as you relax. And as you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Karunaji, can you share your experience?
Yes, sir. Very good morning. Uh, Today I had a very tiring day because of so many works. Before getting into meditation, my legs were aching, my back was aching because of some reason, because of other things going on. After 45 minutes, I feel like I'm floating in the air now. I don't feel any such aches now in my legs or in my back. It was magical. I cannot describe it. First 15 to 20 minutes, I fell asleep. After that, I could listen to your voice, and then I was consciously aware of the mindful state, the restful state I was in. So it was magical.
Wonderful. What health experiences have you seen? Health benefits have you seen ever since you came into meditation?
Eczema healed. There's no bouts of eczema again. Eczema definitely 90 to 100% healed. The skin irritation and itchiness. I'm yet to see other benefits, but I don't want to miss attending these meditation sessions. This is my third session with you. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Karuna madam.
Mhm.
So, friends, in gaining health, really two things: stress to avoid interference in the body, developing immunity to proactively prevent things, and of course, the third thing, creating a perfect health with a thought and feeling. First one is non-interference. Without knowing, we constantly are interfering with the functioning of the body by producing the stress response. Only humans can do that because humans constantly have the ability to think and brood over things. Animals don't do. They don't even have this conscious brain given to them to constantly analyze and think about it and then feel bad about it. They just are done and then move on. And children also don't use their brain. But we use our brain constantly to feel bad or feel hooked to certain negative experiences. And all of that is interfering because all of that is producing the stress hormones. So the first thing that we do is when you eliminate the stress hormones, then we are first allowing the body to function and say, okay, you are intelligent. You're producing these millions of cells every second and then still managing the process. Trillions of cells in the body, and then everything is happening in unison, perfection. And so what do we have to do? As long as we don't interfere, then it is able to take care of itself. So removing the stress responses, stressors. And then second, elevating ourselves into the higher states of emotion on a constant basis, which is causing the immunity system to further develop and develop and develop. And third is becoming miraculous in thinking, in dreaming about and visualizing about a health that we want, and then creating that possibility. That quantum field is full of possibilities, any type of experience that you want to have. And health is an experience. This is an experience. One can have serious backache and then still continue to climb up to Badrinath, or one has a beautiful body cooperating and then do jump up to the Badrinath. It's an experience. How do you want to go? So when we visualize and imagine and dream about of an experience that we want, automatically if that requires your body to support you, then automatically that health is coming. Simple. So there are three ways that we gain perfect health, and meditation is helping us in all three ways. Today, let's understand the stress and immunity aspect. The stressors, which are essentially these repeated moods and temperaments. When you ask somebody who is had some serious problems in office, and then you go to him and then say, hey, come on, what's going on? Hey, come on, don't disturb me, I'm in a mood. Don't disturb me, I'm thinking about something. And they go on thinking about it. The more we think about it, the more stronger we are making it into a subconscious, and the more times it comes up again. And each time when you're thinking again and again, dear friends, now our body is going to a stressful situation. What is a stressful situation? Is an emergency response situation. An acute stress is something chasing you, a dog chasing on a morning walk is an acute stress. So suddenly we go into that emergency situation. It's important. It's friendly, it's helpful, it's required. But a chronic stress is that when some experience happened, an argument happened, or a death happened, or a business loss has happened, or a poor decision has happened. And so brooding over about it again and again and again and bringing up the same level of response is a chronicle stress where we are either way we're moving the body into an emergency state because body does not know whether it is coming from your mind, thinking repeatedly, or it's coming from environment. Body does not know. And so when we are moving this body into this emergency response, then we are producing many number of chemicals into the body. Primary two being the cortisol and adrenaline. Adrenaline is a response system for making sure that we can handle emergencies instantly. It is producing, increasing a blood supply to our legs and hands so that we can actually have a lot of stamina to run. Whereas cortisol is a slow chemical working slowly in the body. It's like a silent killer. It's working slowly in the body, keeping us highly alert and awake. And so when there is this stressful response, like an acute stress, when there is a imminent danger, physical danger, threat coming in, and so we go into a heightened state, these chemicals are dumped into the body because they have to go in and do their work. And then say 2 minutes or 3 minutes later, this threat goes away. The owner of the dog took care of the dog, and so the threat goes away, so we relax and cool down. But otherwise, the body is prepared to fight. It's called emergency mode, a fight or flight mode. It is prepared to run away, it's prepared to fight. Either way, we gain that strength. You know, a lot of times we experience it when we are going into this emergency or this dangerous mode, threatful modes. We can't believe, but where we got all that energy, we run like, 100-meter Usain Bolt. We can run that fast. We're also surprised about our capability. That itself tells us that we have a lot of power, energy, power inside us. So we are able to escape, or we're able to actually give back strongly when there's an emergency situation because body is gaining, putting all the energy into it. But acute, then you're going to retreat back. You're going to retreat back because it's not good, because the blood is pumping pretty fast. The heart is working at a very fast rate in an acute situation, stressful situation. For too long, it's not designed. It's not designed to work for too long like that. This chronicle where we keep thinking about the same thing again, and so we're maintaining that emergency mode. So as soon as in an acute mode, when threat is over, then body withdrawing itself, so those chemicals are also slowly going away. Adrenaline is pretty quickly withdrawn. Cortisol takes some time to come out of the body. It takes at least a few hours to come out, completely removed from the bloodstream. Whereas adrenaline is removed immediately. Now, if it takes few hours from the bloodstream and before it's removed, now we have the habit of brooding over this experience again and again. So we keep putting more cortisol. So we constantly have this chemical in the body. So an emergency response, pulling out from emergency response is good, but then continuing to have the cortisol in the body is got an impact. Two things are happening. In an emergency response, since more energy needs to be given to legs and hands, so body has to withdraw, reduce the blood supply to other parts of the body. The brain, when they measured, the frontal brain, which actually coordinates, it's called prefrontal cortex here, which coordinates everything, all our cognitive functions, and then drives us. 80% of the blood supply is reduced when we are in this stressful mode. If it's 100 units are going here, only 20 units go when we are running in a stress mode. When no blood supply, less functioning, less neural development, and then very poor decision making, constantly making more and more mistakes, more reactive. Because when you have we're more lack of control, we feel we can't make decisions. So in a stress situation, we're more reactive, a lot more reactive. Everything is happening without a control. Body requires energy to protect yourself in a stressful mode, emergency mode, and so it has to reduce the blood supply to various parts of the body. So our body is looking at it and saying, where all I can take out, where all I can for a moment temporarily shut it down or give less supply, right? It's what happens, right? Now at home, let's say a big home and a lot of people are there. When there is something happening to somebody, suddenly everybody drops what they're doing, isn't it? Everybody rushes in to that person. Hey, get that ice pack, get this, get that, call doctor, do this. We changed. We drop what we do. Same thing happens to the body too. When you are keeping in a heightened emergency mode and then it's dropping what is not necessary. And so sexual glands do not work well. Our adrenal glands here, or the thymus glands don't work well. None of the glands that do not require to be there at that point, digestive glands, do not work well. Anyway, the blood supply is already less, so our cognitive functioning is not work well. So many things in the body do not work well. So what is the result then? Result is the various illnesses, they're called lifestyle disorders, come, the stress-based disorders. Many things, like diabetes, this is high blood pressure, the eczema conditions, obesity, indigestions, heartburns, constipations, headaches, because the body system is not working well when you're continuously keeping in a high stressful emergency mode. It's not designed to work in an emergency mode continuously. This cortisol that is there in the bloodstream is also known to go and kill the cells in a long-term memory area. So we are losing over a period of time, as stressful people are losing that memory function too. And then cortisol, when your body systems are not working, then the regeneration of the body is not happening, right? Regeneration is not happening. So we age faster. The stat is there that people who went into this very powerful offices, that is President of the United States, are here. You can go back and observe. Unless somebody is meditative, you can see them that they actually wrinkle fast, age fast. Apparently, in the United States, the president age by 5 years when they go into these offices, age faster because there's so much stress is there for those roles. Suddenly they change and the stress is aging us faster because the skin cells are the cells in the body do not regenerate. They lose the capability. Meditation is perfectly doing the opposite of it. It's doing exactly the opposite of helping us disengage from these past experiences. The more we empty our mind, so the more balanced and aware we become, and so the less we fire off our old memories and experiences, because we are slowly choosing wisely what triggers from environment I take in. If I constantly glued into a TV channel which is beaming nothing but fear, nothing but anger, it's either showing an accident that's happened, it's showing how people are fighting, it's showing how people are dying, that big headlines. Yes, we could have chosen to show that out of 3 lakh people who contracted COVID, 2,95,000 recovered. We could have chosen to show, but we show 5,000 people died. 2,95,000 people recovered would have been a beautiful message for people to say, oh, great, I'm going to be one of them. Instead, we show 5,000 people died out of 3 lakh. And so what is happening? Okay, will I be one of them? That fear sets in. Simple. Meditation is helping us choose wisely what we take in. It is helping us choose wisely, being aware, and as a result, we avoid the triggers, and as a result, we avoid going back to our old memory, right? And when we don't fire the old memory things, then we automatically are not producing, we're not taking the body into the emergency mode, and so our body is now functioning naturally. No cortisol, no adrenal. None of those 1,200 chemicals that are supposedly along with these two get dumped, and then none of them go into the body. So body is clean, perfect. And so very quickly, dear friends, people gain that sleep, people gain that perfect digestive aspect, backaches go away, many things go away. Meditation makes us more open, and so if you have any beliefs, that also go away. The belief says that, okay, I am now old, so I have to be like this. Slowly as those beliefs go away, if you don't fire those circuits of I have to stay with this my painful knee, which doesn't have this liquid, and it's going to be like this forever because we've been programmed. Meditation helps us to not fire those slowly, and as a result, we start improving here. The immune system is exactly the same. Meditation is helping when we elevate ourselves into these higher emotions, because we no longer go into this lower emotions. So meditation helps us in higher emotions. Antibodies and T cells are the two core aspects of the immune system. Antibodies and T cells are the two core aspects. The T cells, which are from this thymus gland, when they pass through the thymus glands, they become T cells. Stem cells pass through the thymus gland, become T cells. Blood cells, when they pass through the thymus gland, the white blood cells become T cells. And so the T cells are a very important aspect of our body immunity mechanism. One of these is scanning for foreign bodies in the body, foreign cells in the body. One is scanning and marking them and say, this is bad. And then another one is coming and then disempowering them. This is a beautiful mechanism out there. This is a built-in mechanism. One is going and scanning what is foreign, who is invading, and then keeps marking on them. And then other cells are going, and then the antibodies are going and then disengaging, disalarming them. They have arms. The arms are the tentacles, so it tries to suppress those tentacles so that they can't go and spread into other cells. But these two are functioning very well when we are in these elevated states of emotion. They don't function well when you are in these lower states of emotion, feeling sad, grief, suffering, and all of that, frustrations. When in higher states of emotion, they have seen that one of the measures of the antibodies is called immunoglobulin, and then can easily be measured in the saliva. So they've seen that more than 50% raise in saliva in just 5 days of meditation of that immunoglobulin, IgA. In 5 days of meditation, that too just with the heart coherence, if you do 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes in the morning, evening, their immunity is increasing. Just go yourself into higher emotion. That's it. So this immunity is perfectly building for meditators. And so even something comes, it becomes very easy to heal ourselves very, very quickly and naturally. That's why meditators, you can rely on your own immunity power. So many people are not taking to medication. Where especially who likes to take an injection every day? Who likes to take a pill every day? I know many of them have reduced their doses and many of them have given away, then they become free. It's not medicine or not, it is about becoming liberated, right? When I had to take medication for my flying experience, and I used to fly, I used to have this pain. And then when I stopped taking it, I became liberated. I knew then my mindset has changed, that I will no longer have this, and I no longer have to suffer. Now, in the process, I became so much confident about this health that I can heal. Now, I do not worry about going to any part of the world. Travel becomes non-issue. That what will be there, it is a safe place, will I get a doctor, can I have access? I mean, emergency cases will be taken care. They will be taken care. So what if emergency is there? If we are confident we're going to heal ourselves. Anyway, we've got to understand that aspect of spiritual quotient of aligning to a purpose later, and then why we think that we will exist as long as we align to the purpose. But the point is, we get liberated, particularly businessmen, particularly people who are traveling. We get totally liberated. We save a ton of time. We save a ton of money, of course. Ton of money. So, dear friends, meditation is fundamentally helping us eliminate the stress completely. And meditation is increasing our body immunity most naturally. When you're low emotion, heart is disengaged here, meaning the heart, brain, the nerve cells here do not communicate well. So the thymus gland behind the heart is also functioning suboptimally. So part of the immune system is not generating properly. So meditation is helping us develop great immunity. And when stress is removed, all the body parts are functioning easily. And that's why you can understand why meditation is holistically healing many things. With stress, many parts are not, all the supply is reduced, and so many parts are not functioning. And when there's no stress, then automatically our functioning is normal. Stressful people, less sex drive, no sex drive. They don't have initiatives. Stressful people, they're constantly, of course, there is a depression if there is certain, that is there. Anxiety is not only worrying about something, but then fearful about something. Depression is feeling bad about something that's happened, takes you into the depressive state. But anxiety is now you're also fearful of something along with it. So people have an anxiety depressive response, lack of sex drive, lack of initiatives, irritability. Generally, people are getting irritative. That means that now we have some stress carrying somewhere. For small things to big things, they get irritated. So stress somewhere is carried. Now they all become thing of the past. I like the phrase that Jagdish always uses. It became thing of the past for him. So thank you very much. Maybe we'll take closing comments from former Professor Jagdish sir about health, about stress responses, and how health can be gained with meditation.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
I just like to add one more thing about stress in today's world. See, stress is also the gap between what we expect and what actually happens. And you see, in today's world, this is what's happening to most of us. I notice even in meditation, some of us, we expect something to happen, it doesn't happen, and immediately raise that question. You become anxious about it. And thankfully, if you realize that meditation lets you get away with it, don't expect, and allows you to let things happen. And as Chandra sir keeps saying, there is the universe which always thinks good of you. I have experienced this in my life. To be honestly, I never worked hard in my life. But everything good that has happened to me has happened automatically because somewhere out there, the universe has been good to me. And there's a song from Sound of Music which says, nothing happens without good. I must have done something good sometime, somewhere. And that's why good will happen. So please don't expect things. Meditate well, and you definitely always remain healthy. Thank you very much. Give me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Jagdish sir. So wonderful, dear friends. So thank you for your time.
We have announcements, sir.
Yes, great. Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, friends. So book clubs are starting from today. We have already shared book clubs information in all WhatsApp groups. So please do join. There is no registration is required. There is a Zoom link. You can just click and join. So book clubs starts from today, Monday to Friday, every day morning at 8:15 a.m. And also we shared survey in all WhatsApp groups. Please do complete the assessment and survey in WhatsApp group. Yep. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. We have Biology of Belief, right? One of the book in this. What are the three books we are reading?
Living with Himalayas and Biology of Belief, Mind to Matter. 3 books we are reading.
Yes, Mind to Matter, Biology of Belief, two highly scientific books are there, but easy. Mind to Matter, little scientific. Biology of Belief, easy. Hey, living with Himalayan Masters is a joy, right? So, see, different. They're happening twice a week, twice a day, morning, evening, right? So, technically, if you plan it right, no, even one slot, I think everybody can do all books, right? 3 books. Everybody got to give an hour of time. That's all. So hope you take that advantage of these books. Our facilitators are beautifully narrating the stories from this. They're reading and then there's this. So let's take advantage of this knowledge, which is helping us, of course, gain other part of this health, which we'll talk about on Wednesday or Friday. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And some questions I saw in the chat, we'll be happy to answer them after the short 2-minute break. And those of you wanting to exit, so feel so. We'll meet you back again at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful,
Let's start.
I'm so grateful.
Mr. Abraham Tharakan. So how is your experience so far?
Excellent. It is seventh day only. Yesterday I had some difficulty because I had the second shot of vaccine. So I was advised to take rest. So in between I disappeared. It's after 15 minutes. Otherwise, every day it is very powerful. I'm so happy that Mr. Karthikeyan recommended your course to. I will be continuing every day. See, I am a sort of a multitask experienced person, and it has been destroying me literally. Lack of sleep, and all my whole family. I live in Canada now, actually with my daughter, a small family, and I and my wife. We are here, we are permanent residents, but my origin is Bangalore. Don't worry, I know most of it. But Bangalore 70s, 1977. For
Okay.
about 50 years, I used to even run a newspaper there. So I'm very much involved, and I respect Dr. Karthikeyan very much. We knew right from Bangalore days very closely. And after 20, 30 years, we are come in contact again. And I know his agility, his mental strength. And if he could achieve that much, I am sure the success is, it is meditation and yoga and single-minded. See, what is going to happen is, I was not able to focus on anything. I was a sort of a master of, jack of all trades, but master of none. And my main disability was even computer. I have the best of equipment. I have a good laptop, but like a monkey, I play with. I only know some email how to send it. But there are fascinating possibilities with a laptop. Fascinating possibilities with a, for a senior to live just with a smartphone. He doesn't need anything. But I'm exploring now. I'm exploring means you have to patiently study the instructions there. But so far in my life, I never read the instructions. I think I can do myself. I run into myself. And I forget password. I have hundreds of passwords, I forget it. Now in the last few days, I am becoming more focused. So this is doing extremely, effective service. And I am recommending to as many people as possible who will respect this. There are misconceptions, there are all sorts of things with yoga, but I know, say for instance, I shouldn't say that publicly. If you see our Prime Minister, if he is the Prime Minister continuing his era as a global leader, it is the yoga that is propelling him. It is the discipline in him propelling him. Whatever may be the other, some people failures, some people accusations, excesses. I am not interested. I am a positive-minded person. So I find he is one of the best PR person for the years put India into the global visibility. So that yoga, I am convinced, is the secret for his strength. So I have been observing people like that. And even I think it is not proper to talk about the other yoga people. I think explanations, he could have been widely accepted. But I know he is behind, he has transformed India's masses into some sort of health consciousness. Now, what you are doing is mostly for the digitally experienced people, because it's only through Zoom we are able to reach you. But that is the most you have done. Your presentation is so powerful. Your knowledge today about medicine, it is as good as a doctor. I'm surprised. I want to know more about your background. I'm a media person. I'm a researcher myself. So I expect, I try to understand people. So and my instructions are made. My wife is on the other side. And but I get organized somewhere. I lock up myself in my study room and try to be here at 8:30. So if you find me missing some few minutes here and there, it is just to cope with my old distractions. I promise I will be a disciplined meditation. Yoga, I may have a physical disability because I had a hip replacement, I have a stent here. That is all, when I look back, the past stress factor. But now I am regaining, now I am 80 years old. And I understand the value of immunity. I understand the value of stress rest. And so all the language what you have discussed, I am fully familiar with it. But I have not been practicing. I am more of a preacher, but I have not practiced. Now I am going to focus. Thank you, Chandra. And your Guruji the other day, every word what he said, that's a kind of thing in my lectures. I have taught about 500 to nearly 1,000 students all over, media, university, civil service examinations and all that. Your book on Richard Bach, that is a textbook I used to, Livingston, Jonathan Livingston. It is a textbook I used to refer to any of my introductory lectures. That's the sort of a life I am trying to live.
Wonderful, sir. That's great.
It has put me into trouble also, but it's part of life. But I bounce back again.
Yes, sir.
This is
That's really wonderful that we always know. I mean, there is a learning to doing. There is always a gap is there. And while you've been a positive minded, so now we're going to reinforce it with a lot more. We take your knowledge, wisdom to a different level. But yes, what we know of is we're very grateful to Karthikeyan sir for getting us together. What we know of Prime Minister Modi ji through Karthikeyan sir and also the other articles that he does 90 minutes of yoga and meditation. There's meditation, yoga and meditation every day, 90 minutes. So that of course inspires many people. If people in the highest office can take time, so we all can take time and then do the practice. And I also fundamentally believe is why somebody is so energetic and the appearance looks the same 8 years ago or whatever when he came in and now, in contrast to several other people that I'm watching in our country cabinet and how they appear 10 years ago versus now, right? So that's great. So thank you for joining, and then we definitely look forward to taking this to many more people. So people here, when they join, our objective is to take it to the leadership, corporate, or anyone with entrepreneurs, so that then they can go and then impact the communities in their own way. So they're already doing it. We know people who are going and teaching in their villages, and then people definitely are taking it to their relatives and this and that. And so because they have the ability to explain and then teach, so they are taking it many ways to non-digital set of people too, in a small way, but it started. But we that's how we are doing. Buddhasi was doing that aspect. A leader has a lot of resources, material, men, and so they can utilize it greatly and rightfully into across their communities and organizations they serve. So that's the idea. So thank you so much for your you joining here and your time. Yes.
So we have PK Jain. Sir, please unmute yourself.
A very
Before that,
happy, a very happy, enlightening morning to you all masters on the journey. Wonderful session, extremely wonderful session. I just wanted to share one thing. Since we are creators of our own destiny, so this stress funda is non-existent in this universe, which I feel most of the time. We are the creator ourselves of this stress or strain due to our illusory thoughts and so on. Otherwise, I feel stress, strain, dukkha, and family doesn't exist in this universe at all. And credit for this learning goes to Chandra Saab, Patri Saab, Vagera Vagera. I'm extremely grateful to you all. Fantastic learning, and life is evolving and transforming like anything, each moment of life. Extremely grateful, sir.
Thank you, PK Jainji. Great. Okay. How do I focus? Somebody asked, Pratik asked, is Pratik there? Okay. If it's there, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, not questions. Yes, Pratik Sharma. Yes, you can unmute yourself. You have a little pop-up there, Pratikji? Okay, Ramesh, you're doing that? Please do.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We and I and my father is also here, and we are little difficult in hearing in English. Understand in English, please. It would be better if you make this session in Hindi.
हिंदी के लिए PMC, आप PMC YouTube जाके PMC हिंदी, और वहाँ आप सेशंस अटेंड कर सकते हैं. So can facilitator put the phone number of Alekhya Shastri, please?
सर इसका लिंक चैट में डाल
मैं आपको
दीजिए।
फोन नंबर देने वाला हूँ हिंदी के लिए, वहाँ आप जा सकते हो, पीएमसी हिंदी। तो वहाँ आपको सब कॉन्टैक्ट मिल जाएगा, और वहाँ यही ऐसा कोर्स वही हिंदी में चल रहा है, 40 दिन का, 3 वीक का वैसा। ठीक है,
ओके सर।
पीएमसी हिंदी आप सर्च करिए, आपको बहुत बहुत मटेरियल और मेडिटेशन मिल जाएगा उधर।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
फिर ऑल्सो पुट ए फोन नंबर इधर, वो फोन नंबर का आप कॉल करिए, आपसे पूरा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा। कहाँ से आप?
मैं नेपाल से, नेपालगंज।
नेपाल से, ओके, वंडरफुल।
जी।
यस यस,
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ओके, थैंक यू।
ओके बाय। पीएमसी कर
पीएमसी हिंदी, ओके।
जी जी, ओके ओके।
यस,
यूट्यूब में भाई पीएमसी हिंदी यूट्यूब तो केवल ना।
no questions today. Swapna madam, how are the sessions going?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes madam.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Yeah, they are going good, sir. It's really a wonderful journey for me so far. It's always good to be here around all the masters and friends, and session with you is always wonderful.
Great. Your teaching, I was quite excited when I saw the videos of people sharing their experiences with your classes. Really, really good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have more people coming in, so it's really exciting. Actually, I'll message you. I need some assistance with some of the topics, sir. So I'll message you later.
Sure, definitely, madam. Call me directly.
Yep, sure, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Yes. Sudha Raoji, great to see you from Dubai at the early hours.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you. Yes, sir. It was really wonderful, as always. Yeah.
What are you reading, madam?
Sorry, sir?
What are you reading now? Are you reading any? What's new? What's new there?
Oh, actually, you mean books? I mean, I'm planning to join book clubs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, anything, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much.
We want to travel. We have to travel to. I will definitely come this as soon as the lockdown opens to Dubai.
Definitely. Sure. That'll be wonderful, sir. It's really nice to see you. Yeah, yeah, sure.
We'll do a 2-day workshop on. Okay. We'll do a 2-day workshop. I think that's what I have in mind.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. Wow.
A good amount of long meditations there when you're there. Okay.
Okay. That's really wonderful, sir. We'll be.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you for your support. Always been supporting and always quietly spreading meditation. So great.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. Ankareddy?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. There's some echo, but I think we're good. Yes, Mr. Acharya from Nepal.
Yeah. Respected sir, Namaskar. I'm very happy to get a chance to be connected with this mega team. And I'm enjoying. This is my fourth day of meditation. However, I have some queries. I'm feeling very short sleep while meditation and very short dream-like views while in meditation, despite the music, melodious music, and despite the regular guidance voice of you, sir.
Sir,
How can I get rid of
yeah,
such crap?
no problem. You're just in the beginning, right? You just started meditation 4 days, right? And we're just a 4-day baby.
Yeah,
And you want the baby
yeah,
to just run and then experience everything already,
yeah. Thank you,
right?
sir.
It takes 6 months for the baby to crawl and then another 6 months to start, doing initial steps.
I
But
was really afraid.
nevertheless, baby is
Yeah,
enjoying every moment.
yeah,
Baby is
I'm
enjoying every
enjoying.
moment. Yes.
Yeah, I'm enjoying, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that's what it is. Just practice, that's all. Anyone who's saying any concentration, any kind of sitting difficulty, not able to observe the breath, or I'm just continuously with the thought, analyzing the thought, all of those will go away. Just practice meditation, right? The four things I said, all both is four, that we are training, right? When you're training, naturally we're learning the skill. So sitting, eyes closed, observing the breath, and then experiencing something, not analyzing. These four things that we are constantly, we are skilling ourselves on them. Sitting, first we have to sit with eyes closed. Many people can't sit. So we have to practice sitting with eyes closed. Second, oh my God. Second thing is observing the breath. Our attention goes everywhere but the breath. Gentle observation, no concentration, no manipulation. If you put too much attention, concentration, then it changes, the breath changes. You're actually manipulating the breath because where attention goes, energy flows. Subtle observation to the point where you want to, your objective is to go away from that also, right? From a focus to defocus. So subtle observation is the second skill we're learning. Third skill is when there is distraction, coming back to a breath again. So being able to come back, train yourself to come back to breath again when there are thought. Third one. Fourth one is when you're in emptiness, where you're getting experiences, don't analyze them, observe them. Now all of those are, we do exactly opposite, and so we need some time to train. So these four things, we have questions, just continue to meditate, right? Meditate for a few more days, and then you'll start seeing that you're getting better at all four of them. Right? Okay. Yes. Ankaradi.
Yes, so PCS, yeah, we're looking forward to your US trip. You mentioned you're going to be here in August or September, right? So, yeah, we're hoping you're going to do at least like 3-4 day, event at one of the places. So, looking
Yes.
forward to join that.
That's the plan, to do at least a 5-day event, if not full week. Okay. We need minimum 5 days. We'll do that. Dates, thinking September first week. Just waiting for some things to get clear, right, in terms of this opening. Okay, but we'll put some dates this month. Anytime now.
Okay.
So you can plan better. Sure. Thank you. Ramesh?
Sir, we have case KG. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Please go ahead.
I just had an experience that I wanted to share. Thank you for this wonderful session I've attended for this past 1 week and felt a lot of difference. I had a childhood memory that I always used to the minute I heard about a snake or I saw a picture of the snake, I used to tremble like every single time, and I won't even look at a book that had a picture of a snake. Today I was walking in the woods and I saw one right in front of me, and I didn't even think about anything else. My body wasn't trembling. I was just observing, okay, what to do now, and I found a way where I could just cross and then without crossing the snake itself to go around about. And I really think that this experience for me is because of the meditation, because never once in my life I had not trembled thinking about a snake, let alone look at it. I've never looked at it in person my whole life. This is my first ever experience. Usually when people around me have seen it and when they alarm themselves, I close my eyes and I just hope for the time to go away, and never I had hoped until today that, oh my God, I should never see it. I should never see it. And that's how I was dealing with it till now. And it's astonishing for me to believe that I looked at it and then I just walked away in such a calm fashion. And thanks to the session, I really believe it's because of the session. Thank you so much. I just wanted to share it.
Wonderful. Wonderful, madam. That's great. Yes, many such things will happen to overcome. To experience life more, we have to, of course, accept, right? We have to see, we are able to cross over any of the fears. And it's happening. So you brought a memory, right? Is that what you said? An old memory or actual physical experience this is? Is this an actual physical experience? I missed that part.
No, it was not a physical experience. It was something that happened in childhood that I did not remember, but it was recited to me by my parents and uncles. So since it was recited at a very early age, it kind of inculcated this unbelievable fear in me. I used to have nightmares and just totally avoid saying that word or thinking about it or looking at it anywhere. I don't remember any of that experience. When people told me, I just had this picture in my head, and that just triggered that fear until today. Like I could, even though I could rationally think that it's nothing to be afraid of, and try to tell myself that, I've never actually it was sort of this belief that I had, and today I witnessed it that I had gotten over that limiting belief.
Yes. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
We are presented of these opportunities to overcome our limiting beliefs and fears. We are presented with the opportunities through meditation. It's an acceleration process. There's a law of infinity. Everything we do, we're always constantly progressing. But when meditation is added to our life, then it accelerates things. 5 times, 6 times, 10 times, 100 times, accelerating an experience. So acceleration is both ways. We experience it more deeply, richly. For example, we go into nature. Before versus now, it's different. We touch, we feel, we get the fragrance of the flowers. We are with it, right? We are enhancing. We're experiencing it. That is deeply experiencing. Second is then we are also accelerating. So things that we couldn't imagine in our life will happen. We start happening for us quickly, one after the other. And in order to experience more life one after that quickly, then we also have to shed some of our limiting beliefs. If we are fearful, we will not be able to enjoy an Himalayan trekking. So we got to overcome the fear slowly with being with nature so that we can enjoy the trekking, right? So it is naturally, intelligently helping us to preparing us. And that's happening acceleration, time acceleration. So law of yoga is accelerating our experience to experience that infinity sooner than later, right? So wonderful.
Next
Okay,
we
we'll
have
just take one more and then yes, it's quite late. Yes.
Good morning, sir. This is
Yes.
Srinatha from Hyderabad. Sir, what is the difference between brain and mind, sir?
Mind is brain in action. Mind is brain in action. So brain is the physical matter, right? Mind is the energy, the thought forms which are actually getting stored as chemical responses in the brain, as these neural cells, neural networks. But mind is the energy form with information, which is information with a feeling, with our memories, and any of those, and then that is stored in the brain as a physical matter. So brain is the physical matter holding and then representing the mind. Okay. So think of mind as the thoughts, information, memories, feelings, and all of that. The knowledge, wisdom, everything is there. Knowledge which we gain, wisdom which we experientially understand. So they're all there, and all of that is represented in a physical form in the brain with electric responses, with memory cells, right? All of that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. The wonderful book you have given gift to Patriji. Same question was arising me yesterday. How could only that particular book you have given gift? Why so? Why that book only? That question was again in my brain only.
But we are with Patriji, the Grand Master. So he shares many books. So we also are just a channel to share it back. That's all. Nothing more. When we are with this Grand Master, we ultimately are given things, nothing more. Otherwise, Patriji is introducing so many books.
You're just
Amazing,
waiting for
amazing.
the printed in Telugu also, sir.
Yes, yes. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ravindra sir is there, so who's been waiting? Is he going to? Ramesh?
Yes, sir. We have two more, Ravindra sir and Vivek. Yes, Ravindra sir. Please go ahead. Can we?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir. It's a very good session today. I think I had a very good experience. Besides that, I have a fundamental question, may not be today or sometime I would like it to address. I use a pyramid cap, right, for my sessions when I'm doing at home also. So, but I heard some comments about some famous people I don't want to name. It's like a debate with pyramids are used for some other purposes and all. So I would like to hear from you the scientific explanation of that one, because you might be having a better informed about this use of this one. So that's my question or maybe request whenever you have time. If you can focus on that one, that will be nice. I thought.
Pyramid energy is a topic that we're going to talk about this week.
Okay.
And everything is a myth. It doesn't matter who it is, right? It's a myth until the time we understand it. Meditation is a myth until the time we experience and practice it. And if we think that we know everything, then somebody is not enlightened, right? We know that. And so if anyone says without experimenting, exploring, says something, okay, that's their reality. There are all kinds of books are there, for example, all kinds of experience are there. Some sees it as half glass, some sees it as full. It doesn't matter who it is. It can be anybody in the world. It doesn't anybody. And if only with experience, every experience is subject to reality. Now, on pyramids, there's so much research is there. Literally, when you put our attention, you'll find that there are hundreds of books are there.
Wow.
Hundreds and hundreds of books are there. So now, books is one thing. Then there is a lot of experimentation that is going on to fundamentally bring the research out. And so, but there is a other belief that they're used for mummies, they're used for this, they're used for that. They do not have anything. There is a belief was there. The belief was a negative belief for many people. But then only when we explore and then study it, then we start understanding. So we'll have a topic scientifically how pyramid research is actually demonstrating significant benefit. And then how individually many people that are using them are actually benefiting significantly. Right?
All right. Definitely.
I couldn't believe, I'll tell you, I couldn't believe I'm a science person, Mr.
Right.
Koti here, when the phone was not working, he put a pyramid cap below the phone. I mean, phone in the pyramid, right? And then after a few days, then he says it's working. Not phone. They put it for UPS, right, Koti? So what did you do? What experiment you did? One for UPS, one for laptop. I mean, give me a break. You put it on the laptop, is not working, and you put the pyramid on it. After 2 days, he says it's working again.
Yes, sir, exactly. When I went to travel to Muscat, in airport, my laptop dropped down from my bag. So that screen was completely blurred. So I kept in a pyramid on the laptop for 2 months. I forgot actually. I thought it won't work. Suddenly after 2 months, I just want to open the laptop. And when I opened that laptop, that screen completely cleared. It was working. Still today also it's working. My brother's daughter's using that laptop. That's what I wondered. That's the power of pyramid. And once my mobile also power button is not working. When I put in the pyramid, after 1 hour it worked. So it's like this, so many experiences I have personally. I have experiences, and I hear also from so many masters.
Many. ISRO, one of the ISRO scientists, they possessed a small tortoise, and the tortoise was not able to move at all. It had injury or whatever it is, ill health, and nothing could happen. Nobody could get it out from that state. And suddenly, one of the masters told them, "Hey, use a pyramid energy," and they put it under pyramid. For days did not move. The moment it is put under pyramid, within a few, I don't remember, minutes or hours, then it started moving. The tortoise is healed itself, started moving. Many experiences of the pyramid energy. And it's unfortunate or sad that people do not understand or also make comments, right? So it's always there, I think. Everybody is always making comments when we don't know. When we understand it, then of course, we turn around. And so we'll learn this. Pyramid energy is a great aid for meditation.
I also just wanted to hear from you and learn more on that topic. That's why.
Yes. Now we have an exhaustive presentation. We have an exhaustive presentation on it, and we're going to present it this week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Vivek, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Stay there and then continue to meditate. Yes. Have a great